Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back for a Monday edition of the Steel City Sports Report, where we talk all things Steelers, Penguins, and Pirates. I am your host, Brady Vini, and today's report includes: should the Pittsburgh Steelers hire this person to be on their offensive coaching staff? The Pittsburgh Penguins season has never felt this over in January. The Paul Skenes debut patch card collector denies the Pittsburgh Pirates offer, and more. As always, please be sure to like, comment, and share this video, as well as subscribe to the channel. Now let's get into the first news story of the day. Should the Pittsburgh Steelers hire this person to be on their offensive coaching staff? The Pittsburgh Steelers need to improve in a lot of areas in 2025, one of those being the coaching staff. Something that needs to change with the Steelers coaching staff is its size, being one of, if not the smallest group in the entire NFL. More than just players need to be added this offseason, and the Steelers could, or at least should, start by getting this man into their building. Last Friday, a shocking move was made in the AFC South as the Houston Texans, having just played the Kansas City Chiefs a little over a week ago in the divisional round, fired offensive coordinator Bobby Slowick. In his 2 seasons in Houston, the 37-year-old oversaw the NFL's 12th overall best offense in 2023, but then that offense fell to 22nd in 2024. Nonetheless, Slowick is a hell of a coach who just over a year ago was being viewed as one of the best up-and-coming offensive minds in the league, being mentioned for head coaching jobs. Even though it is highly unlikely, if the Pittsburgh Steelers were compelled to move on from current offensive coordinator Arthur Smith at all, Slowick should be brought in immediately. Hell, even if Smith isn't fired, Slowick should still be hired for some sort of title, real or otherwise. Offensive consultant, passing game coordinator, Artie Smith's mustache groomer. I don't care. You gotta do whatever you gotta do to get a guy like that with modern day views and ideas on football on your staff. Oh, did I also mention that he grew up just 20 minutes away from downtown Pittsburgh in Baldwin? Come on, Steelers, bring him home. The Pittsburgh Steelers had extensive meetings with this NFL draft prospect. Even though football is still being played right now, the road to the 2025 NFL Draft is officially underway. The journey between now and April's draft for the Pittsburgh Steelers began this past weekend in Texas at the practices for the East-West Shrine Bowl. Multiple scouts and other personnel for the Black and Gold were in attendance for these practices, including Steelers Assistant General Manager Andy Weidel. College kids from all over the country, some high pedigree players, and some players just trying to get on teams' radars practiced, and according to one report, one player got the Steelers' attention. This coming from Steelers Depot writer Josh Carney, the Steelers met extensively with Kansas corner Kobe Bryant. The 6'even", 170-pound Bryant, who made the All-Big 12 first team in each of the last 3 years, had 37 total tackles, 26 of those solo, 4 interceptions, 7 pass defenses, and 1 forced fumble for the Jayhawks in 2024. As of right now, Bryant isn't a highly touted prospect, being the 30th ranked corner in the draft on some websites, but has the potential of being a steal in the late rounds, like one Corey Trice a few years ago. The Steelers have some massive holes to fill in the earlier rounds, so Bryant may be their guy on day 3 of the draft. What do you guys think of this? What position do you want the Steelers to address in the draft first? Let me know in the comments below. The Pittsburgh Penguins season has never felt this over in January. The breakdown that I gave for the Penguins-Ducks game on Friday, I might as well copy and paste it for their game this past weekend. On Saturday, the Pittsburgh Penguins were again painfully defeated by the Seattle Kraken 4-1. Even though the game was scoreless after 1 period of play, you could tell that the Pens were only there physically. Aside from 1 spurt of offense from the Pens' top line, constant mishandling of the puck and mental lapses defensively cost Pittsburgh at least 2 of Seattle's 4 goals. What made Saturday even worse is that forward Evgeny Malkin had an awful-looking knee injury in the first period that knocked him out of the game and probably for the foreseeable future. I'm just so sick and tired of talking about the same things with this team. The fundamentals on defense are simply not there, and it has cost them wins. Now take that poor defense and pair it with some top players getting injured, the Penguins season may be over. The Penguins are currently in 15th place in the Eastern Conference, just 7 points above the last place Buffalo Sabres. At this point, the Pens have played more games than the teams that they're chasing in the wildcard race, so it might be time to start thinking about next season and beyond. Dubas, you know what to do, bottom this thing out. Sell off Marcus Pettersson, Drew O'Connor, and any other expiring contracts that can fetch you a return, and intentionally go for that top 5 draft pick. Please don't be the second Pittsburgh sports team to hold on to the unrealistic idea of winning a championship when you're nowhere close to competing for it. Do it right by rebuilding through the draft. I'm not saying to tear it all down, I'm just saying let's get a high draft pick and get that kid under Crosby's wing before it's too late. The organization did this before, pairing Sid with Mario, even if it wasn't for long, and now it's time to do that again, but with 87 as the elder statesman. It's basically the NHL's version of the Green Bay Packers going from Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers to now Jordan Love. This is the way, Pens fans. If you want to keep the small hopes of winning one last cup with Crosby and the core alive, then an impact prospect must be brought in. Anyway, the penultimate game of this 7-game road trip is in San Jose tonight at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and it will be Alex Nedeljkovic back in between the pipes for the Penguins, opposite Yaroslav Askarov for the Sharks. Paul Skenes officially accepts the Baseball Writers Association of America National League Rookie of the Year award. Back in November, Pittsburgh Pirates pitcher Paul Skenes was named the 2024 Baseball Writers Association of America National League Rookie of the Year. Well, on Saturday night, Skenes officially received the award at the 2025 BBWAA Awards dinner in New York. At the dinner, Skenes gave thanks and praise for the BBWAA writers, his family, the Pirates organization, and more, also cracking a great line in his speech, telling the writers, quote, "It is my goal and intention to make voting very easy for you in the coming years." Probably the highlight of the night was the reigning NL Rookie of the Year, getting pictures with those who were there for him, including Pirates owner and chairman Bob Nutting, who could barely hold in his excitement for his moneymaker. In all honesty, that look is probably Bob O'Nut calculating what he will need to pay Skenes in a few years. Forget it. I and everyone else will have plenty of time to bitch about Nutting another day, so one more time, congratulations to Paul Skenes on being named the Baseball Writers Association of America National League Rookie of the Year. 4 young Pirates cracked the MLB's top 100 prospects list. In the MLB, if you're not going to be one of the big payroll spenders, then you damn well better have a good farm system to have any chance at success. Anyone with 2 eyes and a brain can tell that the Pirates spend little money, so that must mean that they have a half-decent system of prospects, right? Let's do a quick check-in on that. On Friday, Major League Baseball released its MLB Pipeline Top 100 Prospects rankings, with 4 Pirates making the list. Those 4 young bucks are right-handed starting pitcher Bubba Chandler at number 15, shortstop Connor Griffin at number 43, right-handed starting pitcher Thomas Harrington at number 80, and second baseman Termarr Johnson at number 83. It's exciting to see Chandler and Harrington in the top 100 as their MLB call-ups are imminent, and it's also great to see Griffin and Johnson make the list this early, being a few years away from the big leagues. The only issue that I have with this, not with the prospects themselves, is that the Pirates, after 6 years of rebuilding and 6 years into the current regime, have just a middle-of-the-pack farm system. It is inexcusable that playoff teams who sell off prospects like the Dodgers and Tigers, as well as hated division rivals in the Cubs and Reds, have more prospects in the top 100 than the Pirates do. I don't care that guys like Jared Jones and Paul Skenes graduated from prospect status last year. This is year 6. Be better. The Pirates don't spend nearly enough money, and now we know that they can barely acquire and develop young talent as well. So much for all those top 10 picks in the draft over the past decade being used wisely. This is baseball's equivalent to the saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. Let's hope that some other prospects shoot up the rankings and fast. And finally, the Paul Skenes debut patch card collector denies the Pirates' offer. Last week, the Topps 1-of-1 Paul Skenes debut patch rookie card was pulled by an 11-year-old collector in Los Angeles, California. Over the past couple of months, people from all over the world were hunting and making offers for this card, including the Pittsburgh Pirates themselves. Before it was even found, the Pirates put out an offer filled with prizes to whoever found the card, including 30 years of season tickets. However, last Friday, the 11-year-old collector made a decision. Topps announced that the collector declined the Bucks' offer and will be taking the Skenes debut patch card to auction. Reacting to the obvious lowball offer being declined, Pirates owner Bob Nutting said, "We had a lot of fun with the idea of a bounty, but we couldn't be happier for this young baseball fan and his family. Reading his story and how he pulled the card on Christmas morning, what a magical moment. I would love to host him and his family and follow through with a meet and greet with Paul and his teammates either here in Pittsburgh or when we travel to LA." The kid also wrote a nice journal entry about how much getting the card means to them, but even more cool than that is that all proceeds from the card's auction, which is estimated to be between $1 and $1.5 million, will be donated to the LA Wildfire Relief Funds. A true class act from this youngster and his family, who instead of making a fortune, will be helping those in their hour of need. Hats off to you, kid. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up a Monday edition of the Steel City Sports Report. Again, please be sure to like, comment, and share this video, as well as subscribe to the channel. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys back here tomorrow with some more Pittsburgh sports news.